Anderson, Paige Beer, Central Coast Disc Golf. We are back for the final 9 holes of our 2019 Masters Cup presented by Innova. We are out at De La Viega Golf Course. You are fueling up for the final 9, Paige.
Yeah, little coffee truck. Excited to get some hot coffee on this rainy, windy day. We have 9 holes left, like you said, and scores are getting tight. There's lots of birdies going around, but also lots of overstrokes. So you're seeing a lot of movement here on the leaderboard.
Yeah, with these OB everywhere, you see strokes flying really all over the place. It's really fun to see this battle. And Kat really just 1 stroke clear of Sarah for the lead. The Pages are back there if anybody slips up. We're looking at hole 10, par 3, 415. 1, I think you're looking to gain a stroke on the field on, Paige.
Definitely. I'm trying to punch one out wide at the dark trees and let it hyzer. This one is downhill, so it plays more like maybe 395. Paige is ripping her Ballista Pro flat and wide and hoping for a big skip here. She gets a skip, but maybe not far enough. She left herself quite a bit outside the circle, but she is a great jump putter. So.
And it's one she can run with an uphill putt.
Yeah, definitely. This is my Biofusion Defender, trying to go high so that when it loses speed, it kind of swings in there.
And you are almost past the basket. That was a crush, Paige.
Thank you.
And you actually have a perfect line of the basket, too, despite what it looks like from that angle.
Yeah, so those trees, it's actually that basket, again, strategically placed very well. Those trees definitely come into play if you don't land in the correct landing zones. And Sarah going left over here, she's going to have to navigate through a few of those giant trees.
Yeah, just playing out left with the forehand vanish play. This is a D2. Kat slipped about 3 feet on her drive there. Do you see that?
I did. Yeah, and honestly, I even said to her, wow, amazing shot after that big of a slip. I mean, she got way up there where Paige's Ballista did, and, Paige pured it.
Super impressive. Looks like an entropy here from Sarah. She's been loving that for upshots.
Yes, she has.
Leaves that one a little bit wide and finds that tree. She was debating forehand or backhand on that one.
Yeah, she was for quite some time, and Katrina, no debate here. She's running it, but just leaves it a little short left, and we'll have to settle for a par here.
Yeah. Bjerkaas giving it a bid.
Kind of some grip issues there, a little bit of a wet hand maybe.
Mm-hmm. Here you are looking for a 2, and that is a stroke on the card, Paige. Sneaking that one in.
Yeah, a little bit left side. This disc catcher definitely caught my putter there.
It did. It did its work.
And look at this putter. Look at this putt she has. She's deciding between push putt, spin putt. She eventually goes with a push putt, but just doesn't get it quite enough power and will fall short.
Yeah, she was still about 30 from the basket there. So Katrina will get a stroke on her and take that lead out to 2. Paige Bjerkaas making a nice par putt. And Sarah tapped in the bogey eventually. Getting a look at this great birdie from yourself. I love watching them rattle home. So satisfying. There is that birdie. You are now tied with Paige Bjerkaas. You guys are both 7 over. Just 3 back of Sarah now, who is 2 back of Kat, who is going to try and take this down. We're looking at hole 11, par 3. Good forehand or turnover hole with danger looking really close to the basket.
Yeah, it's only 295 feet, though, so, we definitely should be getting a putt at this if possible, but that bunker is in such a position where if you throw that hyzer sidearm and you don't give it enough power, it definitely is going to leak into that.
For sure. You are reaching for the forehand. That one does come out a little bit low, though. Going to leave yourself a tricky upshot.
Yeah.
Paige Bjerkaas throwing a turnover. That's probably a judge, right?
Yes, it is. And she throws that thing beautifully, just not quite enough height on that, so it just falls down maybe 60 feet short of the basket.
Katrina reaching for her M4. They're running at 55 miles an hour. That is pretty heated, and that is beautiful.
Absolutely perfect shot.
Putting the pressure on Sarah to keep up. Looks like her trace.
And again, a hole that Sarah should be licking her chops at.
I know, right? This is a forehand hole.
and kind of just puts it out too wide. But she does still have a putt. It's just unfortunately about 40-footer and looking straight at the OB sand trap. Not a putt you want to be faced with when you're down by 2 with 8 holes to play, and Katrina, your competitor, is under the basket.
It's like decision time for Sarah, though.
She has to run this, though.
We'll see what she does.
You would have to think. But she doesn't.
She doesn't.
I kind of tried to put myself in her shoes, and I think I would have ran it.
Yeah, if you're going for the win at this point, I think you have to. You could wait for Kat to mess up, but she hasn't been playing like that's going to happen.
Right, but that also may go to show you how confident Sarah feels in these back 6 holes.
It maybe feels like there's some forehand holes out there. She can get a stroke or so. You are making a really nice par after a beautiful upshot we might have overlooked. So nicely done there, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. It was a trickier up than it looked like with that bunker lurking. There's Katrina after a beautiful drive. Cards a 2, gets a stroke on the card. Lead is out to 3. Pages are still tied. We're going to be looking at hole 12 here in a hot minute. Paige, what's the plan?
So this one is a par 4, 594 feet. There is OB, cart path and beyond on the right, also road on the left, and the green on the left, and sand traps. There's so much OB on this one. Luckily, our drive, we don't necessarily have to worry about that quite yet. We're just trying to get one as far as we can downhill. Katrina with her D2.
Yeah, I think this is her more stable one. She was kind of debating between the two. Good choice there. Keeps her high on the hill.
Yeah, it's a good play. And like I said, you don't have much to worry about. It's just, where do you want to throw your approach from? Do you like that high side like Kat? Do you like the low side?
You going ballista or defender?
This is my defender.
And this is crushed, Paige. You didn't like it on your hand.
No. If I told you where I was aiming, you would understand why. But, once I got down there, I'm like, okay, this is not bad. But it just wasn't where I intended. So,
sure. That's fair. It still went a really long way in mostly the right direction. Paige Bjerkaas with a great drive as well. Scooting up the hill. Give her a look to get up and down for a birdie. And a rare backhand from Sarah. We get one around, I think.
Yeah.
She hits her quota.
Definitely. And this is good. Right in the center of the fairway.
Not to be ashamed of that at all. She is going for the vanish on her second shot. Testing this green and the bunkers. Ooh. Wow. Found a spot.
Just the perfect amount of height on that.
Yeah.
It may have turned a little bit more than she wanted, but, with that good height there, it went just over the green. And Paige here with her verdict.
Trying to swing this thing in. Leaves it a little bit short, a little bit right, but she'll be putting for a birdie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Great shot, Paige. Katrina.
I believe this is her A2. Overstable mid-range. She's going wide on a swooping hyzer and drops it just past the basket.
Nicely done. You reaching for a Warden?
This is my Marshall here. Yeah. And just kind of starts turning. I thought I released it great, but as you could see, the flag was kind of whipping to the right and found that wind at the end.
Sarah just going to be laying up for a par. Looks like she might be losing a stroke to Kat. We'll see.
Again here, interesting decision, as you can see that Kat's killing it.
She is, yeah. She has turned it on. A nice birdie by yourself, though. You're not letting her get away. Paige looking to keep pace with you. Carter birdie as well. So solid is the green. On the green is that girl, excuse me. You can't be a world champ without being a great putter.
Definitely not.
No.
Putting wins championships, and Katrina proves that. She gets the birdie here on hole 12, and Sarah will card the lone bogey and drop another stroke back to Katrina and make the race for second a little bit tighter.
Yeah, with the number of holes she's got left, she's moving the wrong direction. Needs to make some strokes up. There is that smash from yourself. That thing went far. There is that lone par from Sarah. Everybody else carding a birdie. This race is all getting pretty tight. Just 6 strokes separating everybody right now. Katrina in the lead. Looking at hole 13, the woods hole out here.
Yeah, 315 feet, par 3 through the woods, at least the first 75% of it. Then it kind of swoops down to the right. You do have that OB cart path and beyond to the left. And honestly, you just want to throw something straight that has a late flip. So Katrina's definitely going for her M4 here. And a beautiful release. If anything, a little bit low.
Yeah.
If you could correct it, maybe.
Yeah, if you want to complain about something, that's it. But not much to complain about.
This is my gatekeeper here. I'm trying to get aggressive, maybe a little bit too aggressive, and pull it inside on the right.
Yeah, and that one did come down, fortunately, but it's going to be a tough look for your second shot. We have a judge rip from Paige Bjerkaas. She leaves it the other way.
Ooh, good kick.
Yeah, right in the middle
right
at
into
least.
the center. And this is, I think, such a well-designed hole. I mean, you want to make sure you turn it enough, but if you turn it too much, you're in trouble. And if you don't turn it enough, you're OB.
Yeah, that's true. The opportunity to mess up is there. Paige Bjerkaas, beautiful upshot. That should result in a par. And you were looking at a lot of different angles on this one, Paige.
Yeah, this one was kind of very hindered, I would say.
Yeah, you couldn't barely reach back there at all. You got it up there for a putt at least. This is Sarah Hokom putting for a 2, but does leave it short.
She did run that one.
Oh, she definitely did. Gotta give her that. There is herself trying to save par. That will end up in a bogey. Katrina for 2.
Ooh, she was feeling that one.
She wanted that
She's
one.
trying to lean it in there.
Give a little body English.
Yep.
Never hurts. Here you are coming back for bogey. Dead center. Nicely done, Paige. Paige Bjerkaas looking to save her par. Ooh. That one barely got in.
Just hangs her head. She waves to the crowd, laughing, knowing that she kind of got away with one there.
I was telling her, Emac told me he calls that the kid climbing the fence putt.
Kid climbing the fence.
They
I like
climb
that.
over and just kind of flop in,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, totally.
Yeah. There's a good look at Sarah's forehand out of the woods, which is where she just absolutely crushes it. That did result in a par, though. She will not gain any strokes on Katrina, which she needed. Kat's lead remains at 4. Paige's just a couple back of that. Hole 14 is on deck. Mrs. Pierce, what are we doing?
Well, it's 534 feet. It's another par 4, OB, cart path and beyond on the right. And once you get close to pin high, you have a bunker and a green. And then if you go deep on your approach, you also have that sidewalk that continues behind it. So OB is very present on this hole. We're just trying to mash one out on the right side. And, a little bit of hesitation from Kat. I guess a slippery tee, and she'll reset.
Pretty good stop there, though.
Yeah, it was a great stop.
Those are tough to do. This is her D2. Straight down the middle.
Beautifully placed shot right in the center. But she is going to contend with that uphill run up. And also, since she's still down that hill, she's going to have a blind look at this approach.
She is. And OB between her and the basket. You see Paige taking a little bit ginger there with that wet tee pad on her, probably Ballista.
Yes, this is her Ballista Pro. She kind of hits that tree and stops her short, but she's in the center.
Yep. Sarah swinging it out wide, trying to miss these trees.
And again, not challenging the OB at all, at least on the drive.
Defender.
This is a defender, yep.
And this is smash 61 miles an hour. And you are getting way down there and far enough. You're up on that little level. Can you see the basket from there?
I can, definitely, and that's my intention. I don't want to have to throw an approach. I just want to kind of putt it up there.
Yeah. So tough to make it stick because you're either OB or you're long. It seems like
a very dramatic downhill look at the, like, from the basket down. It's very dramatic downhill, so anything that hits on an angle may roll away to 60 feet and potentially also OB.
Called it. Sarah, unfortunately, does find the hazard there. She's going to be putting 4. Katrina looking at her second. Going A2.
Oh my goodness.
She was like, she heard it. She's like, did it stay in? But that was when she found it, and unfortunately didn't. But at least it stuck.
In the chains all the way.
Man.
Fell out though.
That would have been so good for Eagle. And here is your Eagle bid, but you're just laying up, Paige.
Yeah, I was laying up.
Smart play with your putter. There's Paige just laying up for her par. And Sarah Hokom needs this one for a 4.
Oh, just a tiny bit low. Hits that rim. And she's not going to be happy with that one, as the rest of us will be carding birdies.
Yep. And you go to the knee and card a really nice 3. Your distance really kind of helps out on that one a lot.
Yeah, it does. It makes the approach quite a bit easier.
Yeah, and when the approach is this hard, you need every little help you can get,
yeah.
right? There is a drop in 3 birdie for Katrina, a bogey for Sarah, and that lead just got huge in a hurry, Paige.
Yeah. Yeah, so, we're coming up with just a few holes left, coming down the stretch, as they call it, and the lead is getting tight, and we will cut to a commercial break for our sponsors.
Love getting outside and challenging yourself to become better? How about spending time with family and friends, or just marveling at the pure joy of flight? Then you've come to the right place at the right time. Join the PDGA.
All right, guys, we are back to the action. We are looking at hole 15. Katrina's lead is all of a sudden 6. This is a very tough get, Paige, with that bunker right in front of it.
Yeah, it's 350 feet. That bunker starts at about 310 and goes to about 340. And then, that's kind of right where we're landing. So we have to either really power something like Katrina's trying to do with this D1, but she puts it a little bit wide and doesn't quite get it right enough. Almost challenges that green on the back side back
I was
there.
going to say, I was glad that one stopped short of it.
This is my felon here, just trying to get over the sand trap and have a look back at it.
What a shot.
Thank you.
That was a beautiful flight of the disc there. Is Paige just going judge here?
She is, so you have to assume she's just trying to be short of the sand trap and go for a 3 or a long birdie look.
I love that she's figured out what holes to attack and what not to attack, and she's got her plan and she's disking her plan.
Definitely. And she also knows that the judge is not going to get her in much trouble out here.
Yeah.
And, still give her these long looks if she wants to run them.
Yep, she is wise beyond her not many years.
Not many years. I like that. That's a good one.
Hokom. Oh, she needed that one, Paige.
I think she was actually running that one. It just came out a little bit errant, and she'll have to settle for a par here.
Kat almost tossed that one in.
Yeah, she did.
What a bid. This is going to be a stroke on the card if you can hit it. Oh, my. You wanted that one, Paige. That was fired.
I did.
You're one of the quicker players I've seen go to the knee. Like, you really like those on elevated putts. What's your thought behind that?
I like to get eye level with the basket. So if it's ever under me, I try to drop to a knee so that we're on the same plane, and that way I don't have to change the angle of my putt. It just kind of is still the same release.
Nice. Everybody else cleans up. That is a stroke on the card. That signature Paige Pierce putt. Couldn't have been better.
Yeah, good one to hit, especially on hole 15. Moving in, 3 holes left, and Hokom, myself are tied at 5 over, and Paige is only 1 back of us. Katrina's kind of walking away with it, though, at this point, unless she gets into serious trouble here.
Yeah, she's probably going to win with a 6-stroke lead there. Or was it bigger? Hole 16, par 4, 590. You're attacking this one, Paige.
Definitely. The cart path that you see on the right side is not OB. That or to the right of it is not OB. So we can really let loose on this one. I'm throwing my Ballista Pro, just trying to get as much distance as I can.
Yeah. To be noted, the road is OB past the basket, but on the drive, you're really not.
Yeah,
worried.
on the drive, it is not in play at all.
Yeah.
On our second shot, though, we will have to contend with that. We want to keep it short of that road.
Katrina Allen shaping a beautiful D2 throw. Right at it. Paige Bjerkaas. Is that her ballista?
This is, yes.
A little bit left to where you want, but nothing wrong with that one. That looks like a vanish from Mrs. Hokom.
Good angle on that one. Gets a full flight out of it. Doesn't quite get any skip, so she'll be up first. And she's looking at another sidearm here. No surprise there. She's going wide around the big guardian tree. Oh, actually skips in front of it.
Right in between the two ones there. She's got to look for it.
Yeah, she does, but kind of longer than she's wanting, I'd have to assume.
Paige and one of her judges.
Yep, and she perfectly places this. She won't even really have to putt. Super good upshot considering there is OB, like we talked about, just 15 feet past the basket.
Yeah, it's right there. Looking at your second shot. And the pages are parked. Dig it. Katrina looking for a birdie.
Oh, a little bit high.
It was. Hokom needs this to keep pace with the Bjerkaas and the Pierce. Nothing doing there.
No, kind of hits the cage and starts to roll, but it stops, and she'll be thankful for that. You know, not the miss, but that the roll stopped. She'll minimize the damage there and walk away with the bogey.
Yep, just losing one stroke to you guys.
I'm sorry, the par,
The
because
par,
this is a par 4.
I'm sure it's feeling like a bogey at this point
Yeah,
with you guys so
does.
close.
This is one that you definitely want a 3. It's definitely not a tweener hole, but you do want to get that 3.
Mm-hmm. Katrina dropping in her par. You and Paige Bjerkaas will be getting a stroke on her, but with 2 left to go, it's probably not happening. There is the best hair in disc golf. Can't believe Corey had to go against her in the first round on the hair turning. That's a rough seating.
I still don't understand how she does it with her hair down.
Right?
Yeah.
Just used to it at this point, I guess. We're on looking at hole 17. The OB is left. There's a lot less OB than years past, Paige.
Yeah, and again, the cart path running through it is not OB, but that road that you see past it is, and as is that green on the left side. There is a drop zone just left of that tree that's short of the basket. If you go OB at all, you will proceed to that drop zone.
Yep. You have the box. Going felon?
I am pull it a little bit wide, but fortunately I hit that tree and it stopped my progress, so I will not go over the road, but I do have a long approach.
And Paige Bjerkaas with the Ballista Pro. That was great.
Yeah. On the back side of that tree, though, we'll see if she got far enough to get past it and have an open putt.
I think this is an H1 V3 from Katrina.
Nice flat shot that hyzers out, and she even gets, well, she got across the cart path, but then
Yeah.
it kind of rolled back onto it. But she's about 22 feet away, and she's in a great position.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic drive. Sarah gives a good rip, comes up a little bit short. We'll have a long look for her too. You're just trying to get up and down, save a par. But this upshot's not doing you any favors, Paige.
No, I kind of got scared of the OB on the right and just
Did you? I wondered.
threw it a little bit too soft and left myself with a tester.
Hokom with a great vid. Oh, man. But that's going to end up with a par. You are trying to save yours. Just low.
Again, scared of that OB. Left it low. Let's see if Paige is going to commit to this putt or not.
She has the Christian Bale Mini. Her favorite actor. Did you know that?
Yes, I did. She's also a big fan of Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah. Nice. She missed her birdie putt and makes the comeback of her par nicely, but getting a stroke on you. I think you guys are tied now.
Yes, I believe so.
Yep. Katrina looking for another birdie to pull away even farther.
Just trying to put a nail in this coffin.
Man, she's running up the score at this point.
Yes, she is. And also, at this third national tour of the year, she's already in contention for player of the year. And, if she can finish out this next hole with anything worse than a
16, she's probably going to win.
Yeah. So she's looking to have one of her best seasons to date, I would say. And there just seems to be no stopping her at this point.
Yeah, her putt's been shaky in the past, but this tourney, it's firing. I'll see how I get working. You guys are all tied at 5 over the par right now. 1 hole left to go. Although, Paige, you did not know that going into this hole.
No.
We had a little UDIS snafu.
Yeah, the scoreboard and UDIS were wrong, but, that's hindsight.
Yep.
This one has so much OB. That whole left side water is obviously OB. The right side cart path is OB. And if you don't get it far enough, there's the green and some sand traps to deal with. So we are now fighting this tailwind downhill 429 feet, and we're just trying to keep it in bounds.
Kat throwing one of her D2s, 56 miles an hour, and this is center cut, what you're looking for to finish a tournament.
Yeah, so if any of the rest of us can get this 2 here, we may have a chance at solo second.
Yeah.
Paige going with her Ballista Pro here.
It's within the realm of possibility. Paige, nice safe throw. Definitely missing the right way. The not in the water way. So she's probably looking at 3 best case.
Yeah, I think she's just playing this one for par.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to want to challenge that. And, being second on the box and first up in the 3-way battle for second,
sure.
She kind of has that option of, what do I want to do here?
And a pretty tough forehand hole for Sarah. She's just playing it for a 3. You, however, are trying to get a 2, Paige.
Yeah, I'm trying to first and foremost keep it in bounds.
Yeah, that's goal number 1, right?
Keep it wide, but also on that hyzer angle so that hopefully this tailwind makes it hyzer even more and get me down towards the basket.
And that was Sarah just laying it for a 3. So did you think you had 1 stroke lead on Paige and Sarah at this point?
I did. At this point, I'm trying to play for par, and when I see that they both lay up, I think, okay, I can lay up as well. But turns out that was wrong.
That was a long bid anyway, so maybe it kind of worked out in your favor. You never know. But that's you definitely could have made that one. Katrina just lays up for the win. Sarah can try and get her share of second place, which she does nicely. Good turnover for her.
And this round didn't go how she wanted, but she played such a solid tournament. We saw so many incredible jump putts from her.
Right.
Some amazing sidearm lines. And, my hat's off to her. She put up one heck of a fight.
She put on a great tournament, and someone who put on an amazing tournament, Katrina Allen. Congratulations to her. What a performance. Getting a smile out of her. She could finally let her hair down.
Definitely.
Relax a little bit. She was in game mode.
Shouldn't have had much doubt at all at any point this round. I mean, she just played really well and came down the wire with it.
Yep. She got hugs from the Pages too before that. Everybody congratulating her on a great win. Really cool to see. What's the next NT coming up, Paige?
I believe it's the Beaver State Fling in
that's
3
right.
weeks.
Oh,
so
I will be there. You'll be there too?
Stop number 4 of 6, and the NT battle is hot. So hopefully you guys tune into some FPO coverage there, and we will see you soon. Thanks for having me on, Ian.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. If you enjoyed the commentary, you have a Patreon as well, right?
I do, yeah. It's patreon.com/ppierce29190.
Cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the Masters Cup. We had a lot of fun bringing it to you guys. Paige, thanks so much. Really appreciate it for making time.
Yeah, no problem.
Cool. We will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.